So, carrots. I have had my allotment for about 2.5 years now, and I've never been able to grow carrots successfully on it. Every time I end up with just little tiny things. If they grow, they never grow very big or very long or very fat or very juicy. So this year I'm trying a different tactic. I've always gone for having a whole bed of carrots. This year what I'm doing with my carrots is I'm spreading them all around the allotment, absolutely everywhere. So in most beds that I've got, I'm going to have rows of carrots in with them as well. This is my cauliflower bed. Planted cauliflower down that end, and I'm going to aim to plant some lettuces probably in between them later today. And I'm going to plant a row of carrots just here after the cauliflowers are finished, and then they use them as sort of a separator in between whatever I put in this half of the bed. So I'm going to try that, and then I'm also going to try planting them in a bucket. I've seen this method a few times and I thought I'm going to give it a go. So I've got a bucket that I'm going to make up with some compost and some sand, because apparently they like lots of sandy soil. A lot of the soil on my allotment is quite heavy clay soil. So this one in here is quite a clay soil. So what I've done is I've double dug the bed. So I've dug the first half with a shovel, and then put in my fork and loosened all the underneath soil before I put the top part of the soil back on, which should mean that the roots can grow down without hitting any big particles of clay. There should always be a way for them to get down into the earth, fingers crossed. So I'm going to try both ways. We're going to try in a bucket and we're going to try in a bed. The carrots I'm going to use for my little experiment, see which way grows best, are this one. It's an early nant carrot, early nant carrot from Premier Seeds. I'm going to give them a go both ways, and we'll see. We'll come back in a, we'll keep an eye on them and we'll see which way grows best. So let's get these ones in the ground first. So I found this bucket to start with. It's about this big, so it's quite deep, which is needed for the carrots because obviously they're a long root veg and they're going to grow down. So what I'm going to do is, this bucket's just got some compost in from last year. So I'm going to mix in a little bit of this fish blood and bone just to give it a bit of fertilisation. And then I've got some builder's sand down here. Just some sand, and I'm going to mix that in with it as well, because apparently having the sand in with the mud makes it easier for the carrots to grow down. So I'm going to do that as well. So let's mix those in and then we'll put the carrot seed in. Here's the bucket. So let's put in some of this first, the blood, fish and bone. Get a nice good shake in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it right the way through. So that's all mixed in, and then I'm going to add in a couple of big handfuls of this builder's sand, and then I'm going to give that a mix right through as well, so it's all nice and equally distributed right down through the bucket. Throw another one in just for good luck, why not, eh? Chickens are interested, they want to know if there's any worms going to come out of here. Sorry love, just a weed. Okay, so that's it, all mixed in together with some sand on the top. But it all looks quite nice, quite easy to move, quite easy to push your fingers down into, so hopefully that'll be really good for the carrots. So let's pop the carrots in. Because this is the first time I've ever done this, I'm not going to go too crazy with the carrot seeds. So I'm just going to take a pinch and I'm just going to spread it around in sort of like a circle, I guess. And then we'll put a few in the middle as well. And then I'm just going to cover that over. And I'll do the same as I did in the bed. So once they start growing and coming through and germinating, I'm just going to thin them out as I go. take them down to their bottoms and just leave as many as I want in there. But by putting a few more than I need in, at least I kind of guarantee that I'll get some carrots, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I was just thinking as well, this method of doing it in a bucket, you could do this inside as well. So if you didn't have any outside space, you could grow a bucket of carrots inside, so long as they were somewhere where they could get some light, a decent amount of light on them. I don't see any reason why you couldn't grow them indoors, so they're perfect. And they come up with a really nice foliage as well, so they look quite attractive in, you know, in an indoor room. So I think that's a really great option for people who don't have any growing space. You could definitely grow carrots indoors for sure. So that's the carrots in. That's my 2 ways of growing carrots. So we will give them a few weeks and then we'll come and have a look at them and see how they're getting on, and we'll hopefully in a couple of months we can judge which ones we get the best crop out of, whether it's the ones in the bucket or whether it's the ones in the ground. But until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.